Hello, everybody. Back here again for their vlog a day, and today is Monday the 30th, and today was a lovely, gorgeous day outside. Started off a little chilly, warmed up nicely though. Absolutely, it was just beautiful, beautiful day. It was like raining overnight off and on, like insanely heavy dew in that this morning. I'm not sure which one it was. I didn't hear it rain, so I'm assuming it might just be dew. But the ground I think was just soaking wet this morning, which was a good thing because I decided I was going to go ahead and burn out some of the stump and that in the back and some of the just the brush that's back there from the sagebrush and all the just the nasty sawgrass and that crap from where the backyard had been allowed to be kind of taken over years ago by the previous owner, and it just kind of just went away. It was ridiculous. It had a shed back there at one point, and it just grew up into just a jungly mess of nothingness. And my plan was to take that stuff out as time went on. Then Hurricane Matthew came through, knocked over the two giant pine trees that were there, and basically knocked down all the root ball when it ripped up. So it just pushed the root ball over because the ground was so wet. Then I had this giant cave underneath the root ball, and all the palm fronds are also screwed up in that. I've got all that cut up for everything I can get cut up with my saw, and I thought, hell with it, I'm going to burn it out. So I went ahead and burned off the top shrubs and the top dead leaves and palm fronds and all that stuff while wetting around the vines and stuff. So it's a mess. It's like a jungle right there. It's ridiculous. And it was burning out the stump and that. And I kept it under control, which was hard because it was super windy today. But I was able to keep it under control. And then once I kind of got it where I had like a dead ring, basically a fire pit, of lack of a better term, I started burning some brush and that too. Just a lot of the debris, a lot of the small limbs and stuff that I didn't have room for out front way back in the day when I could have hauled them out there. Now they're getting a little bit on the dry side, and they're scratchy as shit, and I don't feel like dragging around the front, so they're tearing up my tarps. So just basically threw them in the fire pit as I went and burned them up, and got basically just about done. I was about to give a call it a day, and was moving some of the big chunks of pine logs over and stacking them up so they can dry a little better. Start them with into fires and whatnot as time goes on. I've cut the fire logs they do to cut the grooves in them. I got a bunch of those done up. I need to get them dry a little more before I try and burn them though. And the bark was falling off a handful of them because the tree fell. It's never cold enough to get the bark to stay on. So I just took the chunks of bark, threw them off into the fire, which normally bark burns up and instantaneously. And I forgot about being pine, and pine bark is a bit of an insulator because that's pine trees burn forest down, and then the pine bark will actually hold up and keep the tree from dying. So this stuff just burned and burned forever, and I couldn't get it put out even. It was in the hole in the pit. It wasn't like it was gonna burn away from nothing. But I turned the hose on it, and I was ready to go inside, and it didn't go out. And I was like, well, that sucks. And it kept just smoldering, kept bursting back into flame, all the tree sap, the pine sap in it. And then I actually turned the sprinkler on it. It said hell, then turned the sprinkler on and basically watered down the entire shrub pile and all the grass around it. So in case it did try and get out of hand, it would not be a problem. So when that was going on, I went ahead and I was like, I'm good with that. So I turned the sprinkler off when things all wet, came back, hosed it off. It's good to go now. So, but I also had some run around to go doing stuff. Took back a garden hose, which I'd bought, this really badass 3/4 inch, 100-foot garden hose. Everything I read, 100% guaranteed not to kink, and it's the best hose in the market, and yada yada. And I bought this damn thing. It was like $70 or some shit. I get there and get it home, and it's kinking coming out of the container. I it's the roll. I'm like, oh, it needs to be underwater pressure. Underwater pressure kinks is just a piece of shit. It's just an overpriced. It's got fancy ends on it. Other than that, it's red. I thought it's gonna stand out. We'll mow over it. I'll be able to see it the whole time. And I just hated the hose ever since. So I finally took it back today. Also took back the thermostat that the house didn't need because I was trying for which thermostat it did need for the way they got the heat pump set up. Ended up taking it back, so I took that money and then basically ended up buying myself just a cheaper, thinner hose, which is only 5/8, which unfortunately won't flow as much water, but it is what it is. It was like $40, and I swear to God, it's just as good, if not better, than the hose I had. Probably better. It hasn't kinked yet, but I also haven't been. I've only had it the one day, which that one kinked coming out of the container. So I'm thinking I've got a better hose for like half the money. So super excited about that. Also went ahead and to get some more dog food because I got enough dog food to get through, but I like to have extra laying around just because I hate running out and then having, if she's not there or if they're out of stock, then my dog has to eat something else, and that's not cool. So went ahead and by there, and of course they weren't open. I was like, damn, they're closed Sunday, Monday. So I gotta go back over there tomorrow, which is not a big deal. Also went ahead, had some other run around to go do, and took care of a few things here and there. Went ahead and got my tax information in the mail today, which was really good, so I can start moving forward on that stuff as well. Also went ahead and came back home, put some more water in the fire. It was all good. From there, I took off, went and got my run in, got back from my run. Karen and I ended up having basically rice and chicken. There's some boneless chicken tender things from Walmart that brought it already. Whenever we baked up, I'd made up a bunch of wild brown rice. I think it is. I'm not sure. Some white some rice, long grain rice of some sort. Went ahead and had that kind of like a little, just a nice little meal. I mixed up some ranch dressing, some barbecue sauce, sriracha, and soy sauce, and made like my own like little sweet and sour type, coating, which I then coated on top of the chicken, and then basically coated around. Got it all good. Dumped the rice in the bowl, so I ended up picking up a little bit of flavor and all this stuff, which turned out really, really good. Surprisingly, I was really, really happy how well it turned out. So went ahead and basically just chilled out a little bit, just taking care of stuff, getting ready to go to DC. Really looking forward to that. It's one of those nervous things with all the protesting going on. I'm not sure how DC is going to be, but we will find out once we get there. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.